Hi Sherry, my name's Daphne, one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you for sending in your essay for some feedback. Normally we give you an essay, but you're sending yours, and for the sake of time, I'll have a look at this for you. I don't want to delay you in your preparation. So some people prefer to use energy-saving modes of transportation like hybrid cars and bicycles. Others prefer the usual mode, like buses and trains, because it's fast and efficient. Which do you prefer and why? Use specific reasons. Okay, interesting question. And you said, can you include a balancing paragraph? Okay, I would definitely go with a 4-paragraph structure, not 5. This would take you to 5. Okay. Modern cars and bicycles have emerged to be the transportation of choice for a group of people because they're eco-friendly, while many choose public transport, including buses, for the time-saving and efficiency benefits they provide. Okay, what you've done here is absolutely fine. You've kind of paraphrased the question very nicely. That's absolutely fine. But it's not really giving me anything very special. So modern cars, I would use the most modern cars, because it's not really just a modern car. The most modern cars and bicycles have emerged to be the transportation of choice for a group of people because they're eco-friendly. Okay, because I would go some environmentally concerned individuals sorry, I don't think you need to go into the because they're environmentally friendly. I think it's just making that intro a bit long. Or some environmentally concerned citizens are now preferring. I mean, it's very much the sort of present continuous you could almost use here, are preferring or are choosing or opting for. So we could do a little bit more work making that first sentence a bit special. While some still, so it's almost the contrast between one and the other. While many still choose public transport, including cars, buses or trains, I would going to say more traditional public transport. Public transport, I don't think you need that for the time saving and efficiency they provide. Okay, so I'd slightly cut down that. It feels a bit long because it's a very long question, isn't it? I prefer the former. Now, that I don't really like because I think you should say, I prefer, or I would prefer to use, or I prefer to use rather than I would. It's like, what do you prefer now? I prefer to use energy or maybe electric bikes or cars because of their environmental sustainability. You don't need that, just environmental sustainability. Okay, that's really good words there. And then what you should do is introduce your essay. This essay will discuss these key, or my key reasons, discuss key issues surrounding this development. And then you can put using examples. So that's why I don't want that first sentence too long, because I want to add in this sentence, literally introducing your essay to your reader. So you've got, could you have this? Okay, in the modern era, most people are of the view that public transport have made life more convenient and such can be ascertained from the fact they help people to travel to work in other countries at speedier rates. No. I don't mind that paragraph. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think you need it because I don't think it's relevant. So that would be my point. It's not about if you have time, it's about the relevance. You don't need to go back in history and tell me why people are using cars. More importantly, why are people changing what they normally use? Yeah? Or it's almost, actually, I suppose the question is, which do you prefer? I would put here, in this modern era, if you want, that's fine as a start. Okay, in this modern era, a great number of people, so I take out that, a great number of people are oh, sorry, with a great number of people, yeah, more and more gases like carbon, yeah, and other byproducts are emitted on a day-to-day basis, okay, to work daily, and then I put in here by car. So here I put in together by car, train, or whatever, more gases are emitted daily, and I put here due to traffic, or maybe something like, sorry, made worse by traffic jams. Such is further aggravated by Earth's now populated. Irrelevant. I mean, not irrelevant, sorry. I don't think you need to go into this bit about 7 billion people travelling every day, but be more specific, carry on from this idea of traffic jams, and that people are choosing their own personal cars or buses and trains. Yeah, but then, I'm going backwards. I've mentioned traffic jams. No, okay. Well, buses still get in traffic jams, don't they? Large amounts of carbon accumulating from damage contributes to greenhouse effect. What I'm questioning here, Sherry, sorry, it's a very tricky question, because yes, you're right about the energy saving things, but this bit, because it's fast and efficient, we need to kind of mention this. So maybe you have to go. So maybe here I would go despite efficiency. So we then refer to that. Despite their apparent efficiency, the situation or the environmental situation you could have. Why don't you have the environmental situation has been aggravated by the fact that, so I wouldn't have this because I don't think it's not like specific enough. I think you need to be really specific here. The fact that the environmental situation has been aggravated by the fact that, so we don't want this, but we'll take this. So we'll keep that. It has been aggravated by, and I would take out that the fact that, aggravated by the fact that around 7 billion people, to keep this, travel, and then take out of that are travelling every day. So you could have that. As a result, large amounts of harmful gases are accumulating. Okay, that's fine. So you don't need that, but what I am doing is expanding this. Okay. Nevertheless, if people use hybrid cars, they will be able to limit the consumption, which use less fuel. The advantage to such is the limitation of the extraction of oil. Along with driving hybrid cars, bikes also greenway as they require no use of fuel. Moreover, riding bikes particularly. And I'd link those sentences together because then you can have better coherence in there. Okay, the best way of transportation. So this is your other side of the argument. People prefer to use this this keyword energy saving. Okay. Nevertheless, if people, I would change this rather than use, if people adopt or continue to adopt, because the idea is that it's here already, continue to adopt or adapt their driving patterns to include hybrid cars, so we take out that, they will be able to limit the consumption, or you can change it around, start with a noun, the consumption of energy resources would be limited or will be limited. The advantage to such a development or such a trend is, and then here you could put would be, rather than having it all in present tense, mix up the tenses a bit, would be the limitation of the extraction of oil, along with driving hybrid cars, or I wouldn't have that, it feels a bit informal, I go additionally, riding bikes or electric bikes is a way to go green. Go green feels a little bit informal, as they require no use of fuel, and moreover, so you don't need to repeat that. So this is to do with the coherence. This is a great way to exercise. Okay, by its very nature, many regard it as the best way to go. Okay, in conclusion, governments must address specific reasons. Which do you prefer? So be careful here. In the conclusion, it should be restate your opinion. You're not being asked to make a recommendation, but you do have to restate your opinion because it's an opinion essay. So that is really important there. So I believe that. Okay, so which would be absolutely fine, but just to get the marks on the task achievement. Okay, so you've written a really, really good essay. I think there are a few things that I would recommend you look at in part of your preparation. I would love for you to get some, excuse me, more feedback. Sorry. What we can do is offer you a really good deal on Ben's course, which really takes you through exactly how to write these essays step by step, and gives you some really good practice. So feedback like this, which would I think be very helpful, because so much you've got right, but there are a few things that I think structurally need looking at. I would be adding some grammar, I'd be adding some high level vocab, and I'd be just looking at the organisation. But thank you, Sherry.